All right, moving on. Hole number 17 of Maple Hill Gold. This is one of the few on Maple Hill Gold that I actually feel like I have a chance to eagle. I like to go glide, skip, rive on a forehand. Just doing like a big forehand flex shot. The challenge on the gold layout is just clearing the trees. Some winds are pretty challenging. If you can hit this gap right here where the trees are a little shorter, and this is like a perfect shot right here. So if you can hit that gap, then you're golden. You're probably gonna have a look for eagle, but some winds are challenging, and if you get off to one side, then you catch a tree pretty easily. So the other thing I'll do in some tough winds, I'll go backhand with the turn glide rive, slide to the left, and just kind of aim right in the middle here, and just throw kind of a backhand nice and straight. This will usually easily clear the trees. You can see this isn't an easy one wind. It clears the trees easily. This isn't going to be quite as close as I would like, but you can get a pretty decent eagle look there as well. I probably wouldn't run that. That's too risky. Let's see. So this is another wind. I'd probably still be going glide skip. We're going to throw the turn glide and let that wind just kind of turn it over farther towards the basket. Oh, don't hit the tree. Ooh, that's cutting it real close. This might actually go out of bounds. Oh, we got really lucky. But you can see you can get pretty dang good shots with that backhand turn glide, so that's another option. And if you have a big headwind where you think you might, it might be hard, so this I'd be worried about clearing the trees with the forehand shot. So backhand, I can just slide left, aim kind of right in the middle. This one, the wind's going to kind of help it turn more, and you easily clear the trees, stays nice and straight, and that's going to give me a nice look at eagle. So that's the other shot I'm going to consider. The easiest way for me to eagle it is the glide skip forehand flex shot. So that's what I'll do most of the time. But see, for example, this wind, probably one of the hardest winds to clear on a forehand, clear those trees. So I would go backhand, try to turn it as much as I could, but more than likely I'm just playing for birdie here. But if I really needed eagle, at least I'd have a look. Granted, you really don't want to get too aggressive here. Unless you really need that stroke. It's pretty easy. If you miss the basket, as you can see, I'm OB. So not going to run that unless I really need the stroke. But my main line, in a lot of winds, especially a wind like this, hopefully we can get this. Just slide left, aim way over here on the right, and then just flex it over. If you can go in between those trees there, this is going to cut it close. Oh, we get a dead skip, but that should actually work. 77. I'm going to see how many times in a row I can get the eagle with this glide skip rive on a forehand. Hopefully we don't get any really bad winds, because that's when it gets tough. But there's one. Let's see what we got in this next one. Got a one wind, so definitely doable here. Slide left, middle chevron, kind of up just into those trees a little bit. Flex it around. Try to go right in between those trees. Perfect. This is, as long as I get a good skip. Oh, that's going to be down by the basket. And that's just in a one wind, so easy tap in eagle. Awesome. It's hard to hit that line, but when you do, it's nice to always get that eagle. Usually you're going to gain strokes on the card. This one we got kind of a more difficult wind, so I'll be surprised if we get it, but it is doable. Got a left to right, so I got to turn it quite a bit more, but the more you turn it, the harder it is to clear these trees. And I cut it. The only reason I made it through is because I hit that gap just perfect. And there's another near tap in, even in that wind. So much harder to hit the gap, much harder to clear the trees. But if you do, then you're going to be set up nicely for an eagle. So there's 3 in a row using that line, and that's a good indicator of why I like to use this line. This one's probably should be able to clear the trees okay. It's just a little harder to get as close because that wind's kind of pushing against the disc. So I don't need as much turn. Hopefully this misses that tree. It's going to catch them, so that's what you don't want to do. But even if you hit it, it's usually a pretty easy birdie save. I don't want to get too aggressive with this shot because you don't want to go out of bounds. So I'm just going to toss the harp up there into the gap up here and then have a nice easy birdie. And usually a birdie on this hole, you're not going to lose strokes to the card. So don't get too aggressive for the eagle unless you really need it. So we got 3 out of 4 right now. Let's see if we can get another one before we move on to hole number 18. Here's another one wind. As long as we can hit our spot, we should have a good look here. See, this one I didn't turn enough. Every once in a while you get lucky bouncing through these trees and still getting a look. Maybe. No, I don't think we got in there deep enough. No, 65. You got to be real careful here too. I wouldn't want to go after it a lot. You'll see here. Yeah, I got lucky just to hit the basket, but if you get too aggressive trying to throw through bushes and trees, you can easily ricochet off something and go out of bounds. So there's what, 3 out of 5. We'll get it one more time, then we'll move on. Let's see what we got here. This is a decent wind. It helps us carry the trees easier, but it does push us away from the basket. Oh, this looks good. It's gonna be, just need a good straight skip. No. Oh man. So again, I normally probably wouldn't throw this. I'm gonna go right at it just to show you how risky it can be in these thick bushes. Oh, see, so that's why I would just try to find the safest way to get out of the bushes and make sure you get birdie, because doesn't take much to throw you off and end up out of bounds if you try to get too aggressive throwing through bushes around here. All right, so we're 50% right now. Got to get it one more time. Sorry, I didn't think this video was going to be that long, but I want to get it one more time for you. Got a big tailwind here. No, I didn't turn it again enough. Get through. Get through. Nope. So I'm going to try to do the smart thing here. Maybe just do a little high. Just get it out of there. Don't want to risk bouncing off anything. That's what I'd probably do if I really wanted to make sure I got birdie. All right, I'm going to go one more time, and if I don't get it, we'll just move on to hole number 18. This is Maple Hill 17, glide, skip, ride. What do we got? We got a 2-wind left to right. So we got to turn it quite a bit, which makes it harder to carry these trees, but if we can hit that gap, bam, nice big skip. Oh, we hit the stump, but we should still be able to have a look over these bushes here. 77 feet. Can we get it? Nice. So there you go, guys. There's Maple Hill, hole number 17. What did we end up? 4 for 8, 50%. Not too bad. Eagle percentage on that hole. Going to be gaining strokes on that. Let's move on to hole number 17. Thanks for watching me play some DGV.